Welcome back. Next weekend, some of the biggest names in barbecue will be competing for a good cause. It's the Veterans of Foreign Wars Colorado Barbecue Contest happening at the Douglas County Fairgrounds. Here to talk more about that, we have Rich Wagner with VFW Barbecue and Joyce Kelly with Colorado Pork. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about the event. How did it get started?
We went about this last year, we wanted to start a major Master Series KCBS event in the Denver market, and because there was not one. And so we found the VFW in need of some fundraising, and so we wanted to combine it with that, with the Katie Ripley Service Animal Assistance Fund. And then the Colorado pork producers jumped on with us, and it just took off from there.
And where does this money go? Where does this money benefit? How is it helping these people?
The money goes to the Katie Ripley Service Animal Assistance Fund for the VFW in Colorado. And then the veterans that have service animals can make grant applications to that fund during the year for vet bills, vet insurance, food, medicines for their animals, whatever they may need.
That's huge, and it really takes so much off of their plate, Rich.
It really does. These people depend on these animals every day. And if you talk to some of them that have those service animals, you'll find out that it's really changed their life.
Well, it's taking stuff off of their plate. We're adding things to our plate, right? Why is it so important that we use Colorado pork for this?
Well, Colorado pork represents 1,100 pork producers across the state of Colorado, all the way from large farms to small farms that have 2 pigs. But we believe in 2 things: our communities and pork. And so we love pork and we love veterans, and when we had the opportunity to join Rich and his group last year, we jumped on, and we're excited to see how it's grown and what it's become.
It is truly amazing. And what do we have here? It looks great and it smells great. That is for sure.
So the contest is going to be brisket, pulled pork, and ribs, and it's going to be chicken as well, which I didn't get chicken, so.
That's okay. We have plenty here. It looks absolutely gorgeous. How can people get involved with this next weekend?
This weekend, it's the 6th and 7th of the next weekend. The 6th is mainly just set up for the teams that are coming in. We have 40 teams from 8 different states coming in. Some of the top teams in the nation will be here. And so they'll be setting up on the Friday. Then on Saturday from 11 to 1, we'll actually have a People's Choice event. And we'll have some pulled pork out there from various teams throughout the 40 teams that are attending. And they'll be able to sample that pork and actually vote on what they think is the best versus what the judges are going to award later on.
So your voice matters, your vote matters. You got to get out there. You know, weekends get really busy, especially at the tail end of summer with school starting up. Why would you tell someone that they absolutely have to make it out there? If you can tell them one thing to convince them, what would that be?
I'd say that it's just going to be their only chance to see some of the top teams in the nation. These people cook 40 events a year. They can come out and talk to those teams and get tips for their own backyard barbecue, and then they can taste some of the pork and leave their vote behind, and hopefully leave some funds for the Animal Assistance Fund for us too.
That is so wonderful. A win all the way around. Let's pull up those details on the screen so that way you can see when it's all coming up, where it's happening. Like we said, September 6th and 7th at the Douglas County Fairgrounds from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Rich, Joyce, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Been looking forward to seeing everybody at the fairgrounds next weekend.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much.